Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here to talk about more emergency and off-grid lighting options for you that you can use in either situation, whether it is that you're going off-grid, you're wanting to be more off-grid, you're wanting to maybe save a little bit money, you want to be less dependent on your public power, and or you want to have something on hand for emergency lighting. Now, I did just recently do a video about the candles that you'll see back here. These are LED candles. They are coated in wax, and they run off battery power. So they last for a very long time. I really like them. Now, I did in that video link to these specific ones below. Some people mentioned finding some at a local dollar store. Now, I don't think we have anything like that locally, but I did buy mine online. I'm very happy with them. And then I also, about a year or so ago, did a video on how we typically light our home all throughout the year. And that is a little bit different. We have various methods that we use. I'll go ahead and link to that video right up here, and I'd like you to check that out because that covers quite a bit of the stuff, including the oil and gas lanterns that we use. Now, I'll also be doing a video down the road about taking care of your oil lanterns, what type of fuel we use in ours, and and your gas lanterns as well. And so be watching for that down the road. Oh, and the types, my favorite type of lantern, which is right here. We have several of these in 3 different colors to match the different rooms in our house. So moving on to what I want to talk about today, the main thing I wanted to focus on was this particular lantern. Now, this can be good for camping or just using at home. My son actually bought me this lantern. It is an LED a couple of years ago or so, and it was a gift. I don't know if it was Christmas, birthday, something like that. And I really like this, and I use it quite a bit. In fact, in some of my earlier videos, before we came up with a better lighting solution, I tried using this as a lighting source in the kitchen. It helped, but I was having a hard time figuring out where to put it and have it not show in the camera. But it did help quite a bit. But I also did use it a lot in the living room whenever I had to do shots, and I still will, at the wood stove. And this was a good choice. Now, the thing I really like about this is that it is rechargeable. It has a little USB cord here that you can plug into, obviously, any USB port to charge it. And it lasts, once it's got a full charge, it lasts for a very long time. It also has this crank here, so you can wind it by hand. You can power it up by hand. And you'll see these little blue lights come on that shows you how far it's charged. If it has all 4 lights going, then, well, I can show you later, but that means it's already got pretty much a full charge. And anyway, it lights up like that as you're charging it, but also when you have it on, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, one thing I only recently discovered on this, I don't know why, is that it has a little charging port here, USB port, for charging your cell phones and stuff too. So that makes it really handy for going camping, keeping it in your rig or whatever. And by the way, I will link to this particular lantern below. Now, I want to warn you, this isn't cheap. I was surprised when I found out how much my son paid for it. I didn't mean to look, I just was trying to find him, like, that's a really cool lantern, I'd like to find it so I can talk about it, and it kind of surprised me, but it is, I think it's probably well worth it depending on your needs. Now, these little legs here, they fold up, and so you can keep it just a low profile like this. I tend to use it quite a bit with the legs up because I like to sit on the floor when I'm doing various things, and our living room can be pretty dark even in the daytime, but especially in the evenings when I'm doing crocheting, or in the early mornings when I'm going over our bills and I need a little bit of extra light. I just set this up next to me, and then I turn it on. If you turn it to the left, it'll only light up 1/2 of the lantern. Now, you can see when I turn it to the back, I don't know if you can tell because it's so bright, but it's only lighting the 1/2, the front half. Now, when I turn it the other way, it lights up both parts. And the cool thing about it is you can adjust just how bright you want it by turning the knob. So going the other way, typically I only use half of it, and I usually just need it about that bright. I don't need it up full the full brightness. So it has quite a few options on it, and it's just really been handy to have. So I use this quite a bit. Again, mostly for when I'm doing crocheting projects, cutting out fabrics, or figuring out bills, or having to take notes and it's just a little too dark in the living room. This has been very handy. So great for camping, great for emergency light source, and even when you're just doing off-grid stuff, it's very, very handy and very bright. And once it's charged up, the batteries last for a very long time. And again, since it's rechargeable, and it's got 2 ways of charging it, there's no need to replace the battery. So yeah, that kind of helps make up for the price that it is, because you're not having to constantly buy batteries for it. Now the other light I want to talk about, and this one's probably not going to be very bright because I've used it so much, are these little puck lights. I'm sure you've heard of the puck lights. There's various different styles out there. We have these ones. I will link to these ones below. We have several of these around the house. Now this one in particular I took off of our, you can see it's pretty dim right now. It's probably going to need the batteries replaced because it's been a long time that I've replaced the batteries. It takes 3 AAA batteries, and again, it lasts for a very long time. This one, I took it from a place that I use the most, which is also in the living room, and it's where I keep all my pins and my crochet hooks and stuff like that. And when I need to find all this stuff, I can just turn this light on, and sometimes I'll use that to read by a little if I need a little bit, and I haven't, gone so far as to pull this one out to use it. I use this one more because it's brighter, but anyway, this does what I need it to do. Now you just push it. I love how that works. Now because it's simple mechanism like that, we also have these puck lights for emergency, like power outage type things. We have one in each bathroom and in our bedroom, and they are, you can't, the back is where the sticky part is, and you stick that to wherever you want it to be. And when you need to change out the batteries, you just twist it and take this off and change out the batteries, and then you click it back into place to the backing that is stuck to wherever you want it. So we have one above each light switch in our bedroom and in the 2 bathrooms, and then there's another one in our pantry. I don't actually have it on the wall. I have it inside one of a cabinet door that I have in there that I can open up and light and turn on the light. But mostly for the sake of the bathrooms and the bedroom, the power goes out, you don't have a candle lit, a lantern lit, or whatever. I just press and click. If you're just walking into the bathroom for a minute or 2, it's a handy way to just turn the light on. Instead of using the light switch for the public power, you just click your light on. And these have been very handy. I also keep one of these in my lower corner cabinet, where it's a big cabinet and it can get real dark back in there. I have one of these in there. If I can't see way to the back, I just turn this light on and I can find what I'm looking for in there. And so there's so many options you can do with these lights. I know we have more in other places that I'm not thinking of, but you can stick them anywhere, and that's what makes them so great. So power goes out, wherever you are, you just click it, there it is, and then you can find your lighters and your lanterns and stuff like that in that room. Or if it's something where you don't want to keep a lantern lit or a candle lit, then you just, because you're only going to be in there for a minute or 2, you're just walking in there, or maybe you're just walking into the bedroom to get a flannel shirt because you're cold, you just click this on, find what you're looking for, and click it off just like you would a regular light switch. So that is why I like those. So that is just a couple more off-grid lighting options and emergency lighting options, or even for camping. This one, this one's just multi-purpose. It can go anywhere, and I really like that. So anyway, don't forget to check out those other 2 videos about off-grid lighting sources, how we light our home and all that. And be watching for more videos to come out on this topic. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.